Hello students, welcome once again to Akshar online classes. I am your chemistry faculty, S. Mohan. Students, so in the last class what we discussed? Remember? Good. Valences and writing the chemical formula of the binary compounds. Yes? So, students, in the previous class, we discussed about the valencies. Valency means what? The combining capacity of an element is called valency. Right? So, based on this valency, we can write the chemical formula of a compounds. Yes? So, in the previous class, I gave 20 elements. Right? Did you remember? 1 to 20 elements and their valencies. And I also explained you like how to write the chemical formulas by using two elements. Yes or no? So I said you that there are two types of valencies, means charges are present there. One is called positive, other one is called negative, and this positive and this negative elements will combine and form the compound. And what is the ratio of the elements combined? That we know by using the valencies, right? So students, I give some work also to you, I think, to learn first 20 elements, valencies, and also at least try 10 to 20 new formulas. Yes, did you try? Yeah, very good. Okay, you are so good students. So, right, I appreciate you on your work. Chalo, so today, on the last class we discussed up to only synopsis, right? So today, let us see some practice sheet first. Okay, so come, let's explore. So the last class we discussed up to 20 page numbers. So we see the page number 20, and then we see the page number 21, concept based questions practice sheet. So today first we practice few questions. So just refresh your previous knowledge, and then we go to the next topic. Right? Chalo students, open the page number 21 from our material. So, I hope you can answer. I'll read the question, you can answer. Good? Right. The combining capacity of an element is called valency. Very good. The valency of a silver, it is what the silver is. Can you? Yes. Silver valency is +1. Of course, this do not comes under the first 20 elements, but some other elements also you have to learn. Okay, so silver valency is 1. And the valency of potassium, yes, this comes under the first 20. Element number, potassium is what? 19, 19. Okay, now what is its valency? 19. Do you remember I gave 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 3, 2, 1, 0. 10 is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1, 0. 18 over. 19 is 1. Yes. So 19 is the potassium is 19 and its valency is 1. Very good. Alright, the valency of cuprous. So cuprous, see, here in the copper they are given in the Roman number 1. Yes. So you can say that valency is 1. See, this I am going to discuss in the, just after this topic, I am going to discuss about the variable valencies. Okay. Next, the valency of strontium. Strontium in the SR +2 is given here. That +2 is its valency. Okay, so answer is 2. The valency of chromium, again they are given Cr +2. The 2 is only the valency. The valency of stannum. Stannum is what? Tin. Okay, symbol is what? Sn. And what is given in the bracket symbol? +2. So the answer is again, sorry, +2. So it's given as +2. So the answer is +2 only. Mercury is what? liquid metal, solid, gas, all of this. Mercury, you use in the thermometers, is it in which state? Liquid state. What it is, a metal or non-metal? Metal. Generally metals are solids and they are hard, but whereas the mercury is a liquid metal. It's a metal but it exists in the liquid state. Okay, so hence the answer is liquid metal, right? Then we go to the exercise 1, level 1, the valency of inert gases. What are the inert gases? I rounded up in the previous class. Did you remember? Like helium, neon, argon. Yes. So helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These are called inert gases. So the valency of this one is 0. The valency of this one is 0. Acha, do you know what is the inert? Do you know? Inert means lazy. What is the inert? Lazy. So these are the lazy elements. Okay. So they do not participate in any chemical reactions. Okay. So their valency is 0. Why their valency is 0? Because their outermost shell is completely filled. About the outermost shell we discuss in the later classes. Slowly, don't worry. Okay, one by one we'll discuss. Okay. Chalo. So the valency of inert gas is what? 0. Next, the number of electrons lost, gained or shared with one atom of the element in order to acquire the stable electronic configuration of near noble gas element is called valency, atomicity, molecularity, valency. Okay, so that's called valency. Okay, next, an atom or a group of atoms which can exist independently with charges. Yes, student, is called. So charge, generally elements are neutral. Elements are neutral. This I think already we discussed. General elements, what you take like hydrogen, helium, lithium, whatever you can take, they are what? They are neutral. Neutral means what? They neither possess the negative charge nor positive charge. So they are 0. This is neutral. Okay. But what they are telling here, atom or a group of atoms which can exist independently with the charges. If the charges or exist on them, then what we call them? So they are ions. What they are called? Ion. Okay, so they are called ion. So how these ions forms? Ions are formed either by losing the electron or by gaining the electron. Remember, students, generally atoms are neutral. For example, if you take, sodium. Okay, we take the sodium. Do you know what is the symbol of sodium? Very good. So sodium is symbol is Na. Right. Do you know what its electronic configuration? Don't know. No, because you are in 6th class, you don't know electronic configuration. Yeah, electronic configuration we discuss later. So electronic configuration is nothing but the distribution of electrons in the various orbitals of atom. So every atom has some orbits. We'll discuss slowly. So every orbit has one nucleus. Around the nucleus, some orbits are there. In that orbits, the electrons will be revolving. So that's electronic configuration. Okay. So here sodium atomic number is 11. Students, afterwards I'll explain what is the atomic number. So sodium is 11. So this sodium actually it is neutral. When it is sodium atom, it is neutral. Neutral means what? It possesses neither positive charge nor negative charge. But now, for example, you think here it is donating. It is donating one electron. One electron. It's donating one electron. When it donates one electron, see, electron is denoted by E to the power of minus. Why minus? Because electrons possess the negative charge. Electron possesses what? Negative charge. So when it donates the electron, then it becomes Na plus. What it becomes? Na plus. Okay. How it becomes? Okay. Once I'll explain you. So listen, try to understand here. See, students, here, this is sodium, right? Sodium atomic number. Okay, sodium atomic number. Okay, number. Atomic number is 11. What is its atomic number? 11. Okay. And in the sodium, atomic number 11 means what? Sodium has 11 protons. 11 protons. Okay. And it also has 11 electrons. 11 electrons. So sodium has 11 protons and 11 electrons. Right. Now, these protons are there. So, these protons possess a positive charge. You know, charges are of two types. Do you know? You might have studied in the electricity chapter somewhere. For example, take the cell. Yes. How many types of charges are there? Two types of charges are there. What are they? Positive and negative. So, these electrons possess positive charge. Electrons possess what? Positive charge. So, 11 protons are there. So, meaning is what? There is 11 units of positive charge. So, what we can write? Positive means what? Plus and 11. So, I am writing plus 11. Clear? Now, electrons are there. Electron, just now I told you that electron carries the negative charge. Right? So, here negative means what? Minus. So, electron carries minus 11. Okay. Now, you add this both plus 11 minus 11 is equal to what? 0. Yes or no? 11 minus 11 is equal to what? 0. So, this 0 means what? No charge. 0 means what? Here it is no charge. So, it is called neutral. It is called what? Neutral. That's called neutral. Clear to you? So, that's called neutral. Now, students, you see here. Here, this is neutral because there are 11 protons are there, 11 electrons are there. So, hence, sodium is neutral. But sodium is not stable. But sodium is what? Not a stable. It's not a stable. Okay. So, to attain the stability, then what happens? It loses one electron. It loses what? One electron. Means what? Sodium is giving one electron. Okay. It is losing one electron. When it loses electrons, see students now. Sodium has 11 protons, 11 electrons. But here it is giving one electron. Okay. So, now number of protons remains same plus 11 only. Okay. But it's giving one electron. So, out of 11 electrons, it's giving one electron. So, how many electrons are left? 10 electrons are left. So, 10 electrons carry which charge? Minus. So, 11 minus 10 plus 11 minus 10 is equal to plus 1. What is equal to? Plus 1. So, here that's what sodium acquires the positive charge. Clear to you? So, this is called, this sodium positive charge is called ion. What it is called? Ion. Is this clear to you? Okay. And here, as it possessing the positive charge, possesses the positive charge, so this is called electropositive element. What is called? Electropositive element. Electrically positively charged element. The meaning is what? Electropositive element? Electrically positively charged element. So, whenever you have this plus, so the meaning is that it is a positively charged and electropositive element. So, this is one. Right. Now, second one. Second one is what? Here it is losing the electrons. Now, are there any elements or atoms that can gain the electrons? Yes, naturally. So, here, for example, let us take the chlorine. Symbol is what? Cl. And what is its atomic number? In which number I give the chlorine to you? Yes, think 17. So, I give the 17, right? So, this chlorine is not stable. It's not stable. And it requires just one electron to attain the stability. It requires just one electron to attain the stability. So, what happens now? This chlorine takes one electron. It takes one electron. Means what? Gains. Taking is called gaining also. So, it gains one electron. When it gains one electron, student, then what happens? It becomes Cl minus. It becomes what? Cl minus. Now, can you say why it becomes Cl minus? Yes, because it's gaining the electron. Electron is what? Negatively charged particle. So, it's taking negative charge. So, hence it is called, it becomes negatively charged. Is this clear? Okay. Before taking the electron, it is neutral. Before taking the electron, chlorine is neutral because generally atoms are neutral. So, here chlorine atomic number is 17. Atomic number is how much? 17. The meaning is what? It has a 17 protons. 17 protons and 17 electrons. 17 protons are there and 17 electrons are there. And protons carries which charge? What I said, positive charge. So 17 units of positive charge. So write plus 17. Right? Electron carries which charge? Minus. So 17 electrons means what? Minus 11. Sorry, 17. Okay. Now plus 17 minus 17 is equal to how much? 0. Yes or no? From 17, if you subtract the 17, how much will you get the answer? 0. So hence it is neutral. Chlorine is neutral. But now what's happening here? Chlorine is taking 1 electron. Already 17 electrons are there. 17 electrons are there. No, it's taking 1 more electron. So 17 plus 1, total number of how many electrons it becomes? 18 electrons it becomes. So it becomes 18 electrons, right? Now chlorine the positive charge protons how many? Already 17 only there. So the number of protons are 17 only. So plus 17 and 18 electrons minus 18. Plus 17 and minus 18 is equal to how much? 1 or minus 1? Minus 1. Why? Because 18 is a bigger number and its charge is what? Minus. So minus 18 plus 17 is equal to minus 1. So that is minus 1. So here the chlorine is gaining 1 electron. So this becomes chlorine negative ion. And what it is called? These are called electronegative. Electronegative. Why negative? Because they are taking the electrons, so they become the negative charge. So they are called electronegative elements, and these are called electropositive elements. Okay. So these are electropositive. They are, and the other side are electronegative. So how the electropositive are forming? By losing the electrons. How the negative electrons or elements are forming? By taking the electrons, right? So by giving the electron, by taking the electrons, they are getting the charge on them. So if it is giving 1 electron, it acquires the 1 charge, 1 plus. If it is giving 2 electrons, you think, then it becomes plus 2. For example, magnesium. For example, see students, a magnesium, it loses 2 electrons. So it becomes Mg plus 2. How many electrons it loses? That amount of positive charge it gains. Okay. For example, aluminium loses 3 electrons. So it becomes Al plus 3. So how many electrons it loses? That amount of positive charge it acquires. Clear to you? Similarly, how many electrons it gains? They acquire the same amount of negative charge. Okay. For example, let's take oxygen. Oxygen gains 2 electrons. So this becomes what? O minus 2. O minus 2. And similarly, for example, nitrogen, you take minus 3 electrons. It forms N minus 3. Clear to you? So now these are called, okay, these are called anything, okay, the charged particles are called ions. What they are called? Ions. Remember, very important thing, ion. Ion means what? Charged particles or charged elements or charged atoms or a group of charged atoms, okay, are called ions. If they have the positive charge, they are called cations. What they are called? Cations. Okay. And they have the negative charge, then what you call? Anions. What they are called? Anions. So positively charged ions are called cations and negatively charged ions are called anions. Is this clear to you? So these are the positively charged ions. These are the negatively charged ions. Any doubt till here? No? Chalo. So ions concept I explained you. So see here now the third question based on this one only. Okay. An atom or group of atoms which can exist independently with the charges are called. So any element or atom which have the charge on them are called ions. And ions are how many types? 2 types. Ions how many types? 2 types. One are called positively charged ions, which are named as cations. Other one are called negatively charged ions, which are called anions. Okay? Anions. How the positively charged atoms are formed? By giving the electrons, by losing the electrons. How the negatively charged ions are formed? By gaining the electrons. This is not by taking the electrons. Clear? Chalo. Now see here now, fourth question. Radicals are formed by the loss of electron. Such radicals are called. So radicals are formed by loss of electrons, by losing electrons, by loss of electrons are called. Now these are called sodium, magnesium, aluminum charges of them. What they are called? Anions, cations, compounds, molecules. Very good. So I told you know these are called cations. Okay, which have the positive charge. They are called cations. They are called cations. Clear? Now then come to the that's one. Now one atom of nitrogen. Next question. One atom of nitrogen combines with three atoms of hydrogen to form. It's very simple. One nitrogen, three hydrogens. See the options and say, oh, brilliant, very good. So the answer is what? 3, NH3. Okay, the third option, that is NH3. Very good. Now the valency of gold. I didn't give this one, okay, but you have to remember this one, the valency of gold. And see here, in the bracket it's given like Roman number 1. If it's Roman number 1, the valency is 1. If they give Roman number 2, the valency is 2. If they give Roman number 3, the valency is 3. That's very simple. Yes, so your Roman number 1 is given no? In the gold, the valency of gold or AU, that is gold symbol is AU and the Roman number is given 1, so the answer is 1. Magnesium ion is, very good question. Magnesium ion is, now you can, without seeing on the board, of course I am hiding the board now. Chalo, come you say now, magnesium is which ion? Monovalent, bivalent, trivalent, tetravalent. Come on. Just now I explained it. It's on the board also. But I'm hiding. Come on, fast. Very good. +2. Okay? +2. So here you can see a Mg minus 2 electrons. Magnesium symbol is what? Mg. It's using 2 electrons and forming Mg +2. So this is +2 is there. So the 2 means what? A divalent. In the chemistry, like in the English, how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers are there. Like so, similarly in chemistry also we have the numbers. Okay, so 1 is called mono. What is called 1? Mono. Mono means what? 1. Di 2, or we can say bi also. Okay, bivalent, bi also. Okay, tri 3. You know, I think tri because you might have studied in the mathematics triangles. What's the triangle? Which has 3 sides. Yes or no? So triangles. Next, tetra. Tetra means what? 4. Tetra means what? 4. 5 is penta. 6 is called hex. 7 hept. 8 oct. 9 nun. 10 dec. This you have to learn. Okay. So magnesium is which valent here? You can see 2 is there. 2 means what? Bivalent. So answer is what? Second option. Okay. Then come to the next one, the calcium. The valency of calcium is this also I give. Value calcium. Calcium is the 20th element. 20th element, last one. 1 to 20 written. So what is that valency? 2. Very good. So answer is 2. Next, radicals are formed by the gain of electrons. Just how I told you. By gaining of electrons. Okay. Such radicals are called what? Anions, cations, compounds, molecules. I written on the board. I will be there on the board. I didn't write, Oh. So these are called anions because I have written here. Cation means what? Positive. So this is cations and negatively charged. This is all the negatively charged. This also. So they are called anions. What they are called? Anions. So the answer is anion. Clear? Okay. Chalo. Now let's come to the next one. The valency of aluminium. Yes, you say this one. Aluminium. Which element? Aluminium. 13th element. Now what is this valency? 3. Very good. Next term, cadmium ion is. So this is not there for students for you. Okay, cadmium is monovalent. You write monovalent that is. Okay. Nickel, this also not comes under first 20. But practically by continuous practice you can get all this one. So nickel is bivalent means what? 2 valency. Next plumbus. Plumbus is also bivalent. The valency of zinc. Zinc is the 30th element. Okay, Zn, and this valency also 2 only. Next, the valency of nitrogen. Yes, now you can say the valency of nitrogen. Nitrogen in the first 20 elements. Which element? seventh element. Okay, so seventh element, what is the valency? 3. 3 is the valency. The symbol used for representation of ferric ion. Ferric, ferrum. Ferrum is the Latin name of what? Iron. Ferrum is the Latin name of what? Iron. So, here valency is of the ferric. Ferric is here two types of valencies of the students. Iron can exhibit two types of valency. The next topic I will discuss about that one. So, ferrous has two types of valencies. One is +2 and one is +3. +2 is called ferrous. +2 valency is called ferrous. +3 valency is called ferric. Okay. So, the answer is +3. Oxide ion, you know this one, oxygen. Oxygen in the first 20 elements. Which element that is? 8th element. Okay. So, here it is here, oxygen gaining 2 electrons -2. So, this is what a bivalent. What it is? Bivalent. Next numerical type, the valency of sulfur SF6. Okay. So, sulfur SF6. In the last class I told you, okay, how to write the chemical formula. Did you remember? For example, if I want to write the formula between water, okay, hydrogen, oxygen. So, what I said? So, hydrogen, oxygen. Hydrogen valency 1, oxygen valency 2. Now, crisscross here, okay, 2 you write for hydrogen and 1 you write for oxygen. So, this becomes H2O. So, this is a water. But here 2 is the valency of what? 2 is the valency of oxygen. And here nothing is there means 1. 1 is oxygen valency of what? Hydrogen. So, exchanged. So, it's given SF6. SF6 is the valence. Okay, SF6 is given. What is the valency of sulfur? Say we are getting this SF6 compound after exchanging. The meaning is what? This 6 actually belongs to sulfur. This one actually belongs to fluorine. So therefore, sulfur valency is 6. What is the valency of sulfur? 6. Okay. So students, I think you understood this one. So few questions I have solved here. Almost a few, not 26 questions I solved. Remaining, you need to try. Okay. So you have to try by yourself. Okay. So that's about the today's topic, and remaining questions you practice. If you have any doubt, we discuss in the next class. Okay. So now today let's go to the next synopsis. What is that? Synopsis 4. Concept of variable valency. Concept of variable valency. Chalo. What is meant by the variable? What is meant by the variable? You are in which class? 6th class. Did you get the variable word in mathematics anywhere? Algebra? No. I think in the 8th class onwards there is their algebra with the constants and variable. Okay. So what is the variable? Variable means what? Which vary. What's the meaning of vary? Changes. Changes. Okay. It's not constant. Means it do not remain at one place. It will be changes. So that's called vary. Vary means what? Changes. Variable valencies means what? Here in the last class I have given like hydrogen valency is 1. So hydrogen valency is 1 only. No doubt. Okay. Now lithium valency is 1. Like this I give. Every element has some valencies I give to you. But students, here what happens? These elements, all elements do not stick with only that one valency. Do not stick with that only particular one valency. Okay. So they can change. They can change their valencies. Okay. So they exhibit 2 or more valencies. 2 or more valencies. So such type of valencies are called variable valency. What they are called? Variable valency. Now as you know, just now we are discussing, I explained about the iron. Yes or no? Ferrum. Okay. So ferrum, I said you that ferrum can exhibit 2 types of valencies. Yes. So ferrum is exhibiting 2 types of valencies like +1 and +2. 2 types of valencies. And in the previous questions, just how we solved that. In some places, for example, copper, in the bracket, Roman number 1 is given. Roman number 1 is given. Why they are given Roman number 1? Why they are given Roman number 1? Because it can exhibit different valencies. Other than 1, it can exhibit valency 2 also. So that's what to understand as they are given the Roman number 1. Yes or no? So copper, in the question number you can see, just we discussed now. In that question, some question they are given like copper, what is the valency of copper, and they are given, so with the bracket, Roman number 1 is given. And they ask what is the valency of copper. Okay, so we said that valency of this one is 1. Valency of this one is 1 because they are given 1. If they don't give, so here copper can exhibit two types of valency, students. Copper can have the 1 valency with 1 means plus 1, or can have the valency with plus 2. So two valencies are there. Like iron also can have the two valencies. Iron can exhibit plus 2 valency and plus 3 valency. So this can exhibit different. Okay, one element can exhibit 2 or more number of valencies. So that is called the variable valency. What is called? Variable valency. Is this clear to you? So variable valency. Variable means what? 2 or more. 2 or more. Okay. So for example, you think you are there. Okay, and you are champion in cricket. You think. For example, you are champion in cricket. For example, so a champion in cricket means what? You play only one game. You are monovalent. For example, along with the cricket, okay, that is a outdoor game. And indoor game, if you are perfect in chess also. For example, you think you are perfect in chess, sorry, caroms, anything, okay, okay, caroms or chess, if you are perfect. Now, when you are going, okay, the competitions, if you are winning you are playing the cricket also, and you are playing the chess also. For example, you think, so you are playing 2 games, yes or no? So you are bivalent now. Which valent? Bivalent, because you are playing 2 games, right? So like this, if one element exhibit 2 or more valencies, then they are called variable valencies. What they are called? Variable valencies. So chalo students. Now once if you have material, open the page number 27, concept of variable valency. The first statement what do you see here? When an element exhibits more than one valency, it is said to be exhibit variable valencies. Means one element exhibiting if 2 or more valencies, okay, more than one valencies, then they are called the variable valency. So variable valencies, like this, so many are there. So here you can see here, the next para, there is one box is there, you see students. There is a box, no? So one is called iron, copper, silver, mercury. So iron, that is called ferrum. Now it's exhibiting 2 types of valencies. See here, plus 2 is the first box, and the second box plus 3, right? So iron can exhibit 2 types of valencies, plus 2 and plus 3. Now copper also you can see plus 1, plus 2. Silver you can see plus 1, plus 2. Mercury you can see plus 1, plus 2. So here these all are exhibiting 2 valencies, plus 1, plus 2, or plus 2, plus 3. They are exhibiting 2 valencies, right? So now if the 2 valencies exhibit, then how can we call them? Okay, actual name is ferrum. Actual name is ferrum. If it is exhibiting plus 1 valency, now how can I come to know it is its valency is plus 1? If ferrous is exhibiting plus 2 valency in somewhere, then how can I come to know it's exhibiting plus 2 valency? Okay, so for that there is a naming. Okay, we can find small difference in the naming, right? So here 2 valencies are there. So you can see the 3 boxes are there in a material. In the first box elements names are given. In the second box lower valency means less number is there. And the third column you have the higher valency means what? Big number is there. Okay. So for example, if you take iron, in the second column plus 2, third column plus 3. If it is the second one, first column copper plus 1 and copper plus 2. In the next similarly silver, first number 1 plus 1 and number 2 plus 2. Okay, like this. So lower valency, upper valency, right? If any element with lower valency is there, that should be end with us. That should be end with what? Us. Suffix should be us. Can you see here? Suffix for lower valency. Lower valency is us. OUS. S. S you would write. If copper is there, you think. Copper, okay, it is, what is that? Copper Latin name is what? Cuprum. Okay, what is that? Cuprum. If copper lower valence is there, okay, for example, okay, first let us take the iron. Iron chemical name is, Latin name is what? Ferrum, right? So now, if ferrum exhibiting lower valency, then it is called as a ferrous. What it is called? Ferrous. If copper Latin is cuprum. So cuprum exhibiting the lower valency, that is called cuprous. What it is called? Cuprous. Okay. So similarly, argentum, argentus, like this. If we are exhibiting the higher valency, if we exhibit what? Higher valency. Okay. So suffix for higher valency is ic. Okay. If ferrous is there, so here what you have to ferric you have to say. What you have to say? Ferric. If cuprous is there, cupric. What do you have to say? Cupric. So higher valencies names end with ic, lower valencies name end with us. You have to remember that one. Okay. So here see iron, ferrum, ferrous, ferric, copper, cuprous, cupric, silver, argentus, argentic, mercury, mercurous, mercuric, like this. Okay. So here students, here ions there are monovalent, bivalent, trivalent, tetravalent elements are there. So elements and their radicals means a group of elements. So this is all you have to learn. Okay, this is all page number 28, 29. Page number 28 and 29 you need to learn. In the next class I will explain that it takes only 10 to 15 minutes. So in the next class I will discuss with them. But before discussing only you have to learn and come. So which are losing the electron, that gains a positive charge. So there is a list of the elements which gains a positive charge, and they possess only one unit of positive charge, then they are called monovalent. If they possess 2 units of positive charge, that's called a divalent. And if 3, the trivalent, and 4, tetravalent. Nothing is there to, okay, it's not a rocket science, it's very easy. So you just prepare and come page number, what I said, 23, 24. No? So those pages you perfectly read and come. Okay. So with this we stop students for today. So today we discussed about the valencies and some about the ions. So ions are of 2 types called cations and anions. Cations means positive charge ions and anions are negative charge ions. And positive charge ions are formed by losing the electrons, and negative charge ions are formed by gaining the electrons. How many electrons it loses, that amount of positive charge it gains, and how many electrons it gains, that much amount of negative charges they gain. Right. So that's all students. So with this we stop. Okay. We'll meet you in the next class. Till then, bye. Take care of yourself and well prepare. Study well. Okay.